Hey, you guys, welcome to Sunshine Haze. I'm Aja A. For those of you that have never seen one of my videos, what's good to everybody that has been rocking with me for as long as you have? Thank you so much. Today's video is about the new moon in Scorpio. I feel like I jinx myself when I'm like, oh, I'm excited for this lunar cycle, but I'm always excited for the water moons because I am a Cancer and I'm ruled by the moon, and that is my element, and so it's always a very either intensely strange time for me or just a very positive, very transformative time for me. So for those of you water babies out there, happy new moon, happy Scorpio new moon. Before I get started, I always drop my shameless plugs. What do I have out right now that I would like for you guys to watch? Of course, because I have a Scorpio new moon video, there are going to be Scorpio lunar cycle. I've been doing this for months now. You would think that I would stop getting tongue twisted. There's going to be Scorpio lunar cycle tarot forecast going up over the next few days, so go on and check those out. I'll have a link down in the description box below to a playlist with all those videos. Also, I have autumn equinox tarot spreads going up as well, and that is going to, y'all know, people always hanging out, creeping in the hallway, making noise. What was I saying? Autumn equinox tarot forecast going up currently, and that is covering September, beginning of fall, to December, end of fall. So September, October, November, December. So those forecasts are still good. Very quick little bonus. Go on and check those out as well. I've got a description in the description box. I don't have a description. I have a link in the description box down below to those videos as well. And then also we are still in Venus retrograde, and I know it's been taking a lot of you out. It's taking me out. So if you want to know a little bit more about that energy, go on and check out that video as well, okay? All right, so let's get started. What is the new moon? Literally when the sun and the moon are aligned and the side of the moon that is illuminated is not facing us. So it looks as if there's no moon in the sky. The sky is dark. It is the beginning of cycles. New moons are associated with like mystery, and I did say cycles. And when I say cycles, I mean the beginnings of cycles. I think I just said that. Full moons more so have to do with endings, but the new moon is all about manifestation, new starts, karmic cycles also. When it comes to emotions, because the moon is the ruling planet of emotions, I say that the new moon comes in with a little bit more anxiety and like tension, a little bit more stress associated with it, as opposed to the full moon where it's more so kind of like our cup runneth over with emotions and we're just all sap and sad. During the new moon, people are a little bit more snippy, a little bit more snappy, a little bit more aggressive. You know, it's new moon energy. So let's talk a little bit about Scorpio. My Scorpios, I love you guys. Scorpio is the scorpion. Very, you know, put two and two together there. What do you guys think? Scorpio is the scorpion. If you know any Scorpios, these are people that are very determined. They're very passionate. They are also sensitive because they are water signs. Water people are just emotional little babies. I'm half water myself, so Scorpios are they have a presence about them. They have this magnetism about them as well. People are drawn to them. They're also very deep, be very philosophical. And then Scorpio is also the sign associated with sex. So, you know, a lot of Scorpios do have a lot of sex appeal. If you know any Scorpios, this is not a surprise. Scorpio is the sign of cycles. It's the sign in tarot, it's associated with the death card, which is, everybody's like, oh my gosh, the death card, I hate seeing that come up. The death card is not anything bad. This sign is associated with birth and rebirth, death, transformation, ending cycles, ending things and bringing in new things and new cycles. Scorpio, I talked about being a water sign. When you think about Scorpio in regards to water, I like to describe Scorpio as the depths of the ocean, you know, the murky waters, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I look at it more so as like, you know, we can't see what's going on in there. We don't really know. There's a lot of mystery to it. There's a lot of secrets in there. but you know there's something going on, there's something brewing. That is very Scorpio energy. Scorpios are also a little bit more serious, on the serious side. You have Pisces, who are, y'all know, Pisces are just fun, loving, free love, all over the place. Cancers are very nurturing. Scorpios are very Scorpios are very serious. They are nurturing, they are loving, they are fun, but they have a more serious, you know, energy to them. They are laid back, but they're not, you know, very giddy, not very like, you don't see Scorpios smiling a lot. And that's not because they're not happy. They walk around with this air of mystery about them. So you never really know what they're thinking. You never really know what's going on in their heads or in their hearts. But they are water, so know that there's a lot going on in there. And they are Scorpios, and they're very deep, very thoughtful signs. So it's always something going on, but they are really good with the poker face. That's the best way I could describe it. On the shadow side, Scorpion energy can be very possessive. If you know any Scorpios, when they are operating more so in their negative vibrations, they are very possessive of the things around them and the people around them as well. And they can also be very secretive. My dad he's a double Leo, Scorpio moon. And me and my siblings talk about this all the time. Like, my dad be taking trips, y'all, and you will literally be like, hey, Dad, what's up? What you doing? Oh, I'm getting ready to go out of town. Oh, okay, cool. Where you going? On vacation. Okay, where's vacation? Out of town. Okay, Dad, but all right. And it don't be like, who knows what my father be doing, but like nothing crazy, I don't think. So it's just like, they could be very secretive. That is a very Scorpio trait. When I found out my dad's moon sign, I was like, oh my gosh, you make so much sense to me now. Okay, so let's talk about the new moon in Scorpio, because I could talk about my dad for a long time. I got stories for days, y'all. I want to say full moon, but I'll talk about why I keep wanting to say that, because I believe water moons kind of carry full moon energy with them all the time. Anyways, so this new moon in Scorpio is going to be on November 7th, which is Wednesday, happening at 11:03. I was looking things up, and I did see 11:01, and I was like, yo, that's crazy, all that 11 energy, that one energy, but for the most part, I saw 11:03, so I'm going to go with 11:03, happening at 11:03 a.m., and that's Eastern Standard Time. And that is going to be in 15 degrees. I think I mentioned in one of my, maybe, was it the last video? It might have been the one before that. I mentioned that the rest of the new moons for the year are in 15 degrees, which is really interesting to me, which has a lot to do with transformation and actually bringing it in and getting started working on it, but I'll talk about that when I get to the numerology. Now let's talk a little bit about the water moons. So I said that this comes in with a little bit of a full moon energy, because when I think of full moons, I think of release and I think of cleansing. Although this is a new moon, because it is in a water sign, I associate it with that cleansing energy. And this is in Scorpio, so this one's going to be kind of intense in regards to the things that we are going to be, figuring out. Scorpio is a sign associated with truth, so there are going to be some truths coming to light for us. We are going to be figuring things out. We will actually be gaining clarity, which is why I say that this comes in with a little bit of a full moon energy. With this moon being in the sign of Scorpio, what we're really going to be looking at is taking the time out to really dive within ourselves and looking at our own mysteries. And when I say mysteries, that could be looking at things that need to be healed. That could be looking at, figuring out where our passions really lie, and that's really the energy of this moon. That's the main energy, is figuring out what we're truly passionate about. Also looking at, things that we may have been putting off to the side and need to figure out in order to, move forward in this change. You guys, we are in the fall season. It is a season of transformation, and we're in the transformative sign. So just know that this next month is probably going to be, I just want to say, intense. For some people, it may be very subtle, but a lot of things are going to be shifting and changing for us, especially during this Scorpio lunar season. Also, with this energy coming in the sign of Scorpio, we are going to, because Scorpio is a very determined sign. If you know any Scorpios, they're very, they're in their careers, they're typically very successful, very good at what they do. My childhood best friend is a Scorpio, and she's just popping. Like, she went to school for, she has a degree in business, but she works in like real estate doing loans and stuff. So, and like, she's really good at what she does. And like, I look at her life and I'm like, wow, you're just super fucking popping. Like, way to go. She's got that Scorpio energy in her. Another friend of mine, her name's Jaleesa, she just started working for herself. She still does stuff through, you know, her corporate job, but looking at, I didn't really know her when she first started her business and getting into it, but I was like, kind of creeped on Instagram and stuff, you know, but looking at where she is now, it's like, wow, girl, like, you really got this shit under wraps. Like, you really got it under control, and you're popping, and she's continuing to grow and develop. So Scorpio energy, very determined, and also comes with a lot of success attached to it. So we are also, while diving into ourselves during this lunar season, 1101, that's crazy. So, hey guys, you got to figure out what's going on in there, okay? We're also with diving into ourselves and figuring these things out, and, you know, having our own mysteries, having the truths from our own mysteries revealed to us. We're also going to be coming into this place of self-mastery, really getting back to the true essence of ourselves, really getting back to us. Scorpio, again, is very passionate, and we're trying to figure out, if you don't already have an idea with all of these lunar cycles and all of the energy of change and this 11 energy in this year, you know, it's going to pop up for you this month. You're definitely going to start seeing, okay, this is what I love doing. This is what I like. These are the types of people that I like being around. This is what I want in my life. This is what I want in love. This is, you know, those energies are definitely going to be popping up for us during this time. And as those pop up, we'll start seeing ways, because it is a new moon, seeing new ways to start moving towards the things that we want, and actually doing it in a way to where we're cultivating our crafts, putting the energy into the things that we need to put energy into, and building upon the foundations that we've built during this year with all of the earth moons, okay? Something that may come up during this time, a lot of people, I talk about change, but, you know, there are some people who are not necessarily woke or who aren't necessarily enlightened yet, and, you know, everybody wakes up in their own time, but for those of you that are around people who are not vibrating on the same level as you, what you may hear a lot during this lunar cycle is, damn, you've changed, or like, you didn't used to be like this, or I didn't know you like that. Like, you might hear things that people kind of shrug off at and seem kind of negative, but don't look at it like that. Change is good, especially when you're not satisfied with what's already going on around you in your life currently, okay? Which eases me into my next little bullet. Cool. Scorpio is a sign of transformation. It is a fixed sign. So the fixed signs come in with the energy of actually building upon and taking action of the change that the cardinal signs initiate. So we just had a new moon in Libra, or we just had a Libra lunar cycle, and that cycle was all about the mental, all about perspective, all about, okay, what is it that we need to be? How do we need to be thinking? How do we need to shift our perspective in order to create balance and harmony within our lives? Now we're into the point of, okay, we know what we need to do. Now we need to actually do it and start making changes and start making moves, because I know with the Libra lunar cycle, y'all figured out, okay, this is what I want to do. Now that you have this Scorpio fixed energy behind it, it's like, oh, I can actually start making moves on that. I can actually start doing that, okay? This is a fun little point. I'm actually excited to talk about this one. I don't know why, because, oops. I try not to put my pants in the videos because I rarely ever have on like jeans. I'm usually in like sweats or something hella comfy. So you guys just saw my camo sweats, which used to belong to one of my brothers, but this cardigan actually used to belong to one of my brothers. I'm wearing Q's pants and Nasir's cardigan. Love you guys. And their season's coming up soon. Love my Capricorns. Scorpio is a sign of sex. With this being a new moon, you guys may be experiencing a little bit of sexual tension. Like, you may just be feeling like, I really need some, I really want to get some, and you might be putting that energy out. You might be a little aggressive with it. Also, with this being the sign of sex and this being a time where we're figuring out what it is that we want, a lot of us may see where we are very dissatisfied in our intimate lives. So if you are with a partner or, you know, doing somebody regularly and they're not, you know, hitting the buttons, literally, you may find yourself going with the flow elsewhere, or you may find yourself literally having the discussion of, listen, this ain't it. I need you to hit it again, literally. All about our mysteries, all about finding out our truth. So we want to be satisfied. We want to feel the love and the passion in the things that we do in the bedroom. So if you're not, you will definitely feel that tension behind it. Or if, you know, the flame has fizzled out in your situationships, your relationships, your whatever, you will definitely find yourself trying to either rekindle it or figuring out how to go and get it lit somewhere else. Scorpio is the sex sign. Have fun, you guys, and wrap it up. Don't be out there doing anything wild, spreading strange things. All right, now let's talk a little bit about the numerology. So, as I said earlier, this new moon is in 15 degrees, which carries the energy of 1 and 5. So the number 1 carries these energies of manifestation, of course, new beginnings, new cycles, and it is the number of independence as well. 5 is the number of change and transformation. So again, coming in with this fall energy in the sign of transformation, like this Scorpio new moon is just gonna kind of maybe blow our minds, all right? And again, with the fixed energy, we're really bringing in this change for ourselves, and it's not just on the level of thinking about it or planning for it. Like, you're going to be making moves during this next month. You'll find yourself, if you're not like actually switching careers, you'll find yourself making, I don't want to say making plans, but you'll find yourself either like researching or reaching out and figuring out who you need to talk to and what you need to do to start taking these steps. 15 breaks down into 6. In numerology, we typically break the numbers down into single digits unless they are master numbers. And I'm thinking about putting out some videos about numerology. Y'all let me know if you want to see that. For those of you that actually comment on my videos, let me know if you'd be interested in some numerology videos. The number 6 is a number that carries the energy of, you know, nurturing, cultivating. It's also a number of stability, and it also carries a vibration of unconditional love. So with this new moon being in 6 degrees, 15 degrees, we're really creating and really building upon and really taking action on these foundations that we've built, with what resonates with us, with our true life's purpose, with what makes us feel good, with what makes us happy, what we are really driven to do and what we really care about. And I think that's honestly like a beautiful thing. That's been really a theme in my life for like the past year or so. It's just, you know, what do I want to do? What am I happy doing? And how can I do that? And now, you know, I'm feeling this Scorpio energy. Like I've been, you know, I've been doing events. I've been doing videography and photography again, and, you know, producing films and stuff again. So, you know, I hope you guys are feeling the same feels that this Scorpio lunar cycle is bringing in for me. This moon is falling in the 11th month. And if my math is correct, I'm pretty sure it is. I did it a few times. Hold on. Okay, it is in 11 days, 29. So falls in the 11th month on an 11-day numerically. In an 11 years. So I'm like, moment of silence for that. Shout out to the 11 gang. I'm also an 11. You guys an 11 life path. So the moon falls on the 7th day of the month, which is an energy of divinity, and also 7 is associated with truth. So there's another essence of that Scorpio energy there, figuring out what really resonates with us within. This is an 11 year. This is all about cycles, enlightenment, spiritual enlightenment. So this is a very karmic time for a lot of us. A lot of karmic triggers or situations coming up from this moon. So again, we're in a soulmate year. Some of you might be meeting people. Some of you might just be tapping into some of your soulmate's energies, preparing for them to come into your lives. A lot of you may find yourself in situations that seem familiar, but you know you haven't experienced anything of the sort in this life. Like I said, very karmic time for you guys, for us, for everybody. And especially if you have an 11 life path. So shout out to my 11 gang, Z, Chris, Natasha. I can't believe I didn't say you first. Natasha, Z, Chris. Who am I missing? My brother, Q. Any other like 11s that I rock with like that? That's it. Shout out to the 11 gang. I said enlightenment. This is the 11 also carries the energy of creativity, and it's also a number that's associated with healing. So with the enlightenment coming in, we'll have realizations in regards to what needs to be healed, kind of revisiting it. That was coming up a lot earlier in the year, was what needs to be healed, how to release it. Things that are still kind of left over, residual, you know, dense, stagnant, negative energy that we're still carrying around, our bags, our baggage, chips on our shoulders. We may see ways in which we can start releasing them or start our healing, especially with this Scorpio new moon being a cleansing agent, with it being a water moon. That was actually the next note, so that's actually it, you guys. So just to sum it up, what is this Scorpio lunar cycle all about? Figuring out what really resonates with us, understanding who we truly are. That was coming in a lot during the Gemini lunar cycle. We're kind of revisiting it and really taking that energy, taking those thoughts, taking those ideas that we came up with during that time and bringing that in now and figuring out how to move upon it, act upon it. Also cleansing, it's a water moon, and then also a lot of transformation, a lot of change, things that, you know, whether you have noticed them or not, at this point you will start to see where certain people, certain situations, certain careers, certain relationships are no longer resonating with you, and you'll be trying to figure out, not trying to, I keep saying trying, you'll start to figure out how to make moves on creating the environment that you want around you and within you spiritually and on a higher level, okay? The people that are going to be affected by this moon the most are people with their personal planets in Scorpio, especially in 15 degrees, especially if you've got a Scorpio moon in 15 degrees or 6 or 7 degrees, either side of that in the astrology scale. Any planets that you have in Scorpio, expect those aspects of your life to be affected a little bit. Any people with Scorpio heavy charts or water heavy charts like myself, you definitely will feel this moon. And then if you're around my age, I'm 26, and your Pluto is in Scorpio, this is going to be a very transformative time for you too. Our Pluto is in Scorpio, you guys. And if you've got fixed heavy charts, so Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, what's the other one? Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo. Ooh, and I was talking about my dad earlier. Leo. If you do intentions, this is a great time to write new intentions. Manifestations is a good time for manifestation. Really intending things that you want in regards to what you love, gaining clarity in hazy situations, figuring out truths in situations that you may not necessarily know too much about. Intentions in regards to your personal motivation, your personal will, your drive, and also anything in regards to healing your sacral chakra. So anything in regards to, you know, sexual trauma or, you know, just sexual gratification, your libido. Oh, sorry, ladies. Your libido. Yeah, intentions, like, so I talk about putting up blogs every month. I just have not been writing blogs on intentions. So there are people out there that do. Google can be your best friend, y'all. I gave you a lot of information in this video. Literally, I just write intentions. I'm very intentional with it. I am, I will, I can, I do. At the beginning of my sentences. All right, that's it. That's all I want to tell y'all about the Scorpio new moon. Again, check out the Scorpio lunar cycle tarot forecast. Also check out the autumn equinox tarot forecast. What else? And the Venus retrograding over Libra and Scorpio. So I would definitely check that out as well, because that's affecting us a lot too. The planet that affects us the most during its retrograde period, even more so than Mercury, guys. Oh, and by the way, if I am correct, The Venus retrograde ends the day that Mercury goes into retrograde. So, like, this 11 year was like, oh, I got jokes for you guys. We're going out with a bang. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, go on and hit that little thumbs up button down below. If you have any questions or comments, go on and drop them down below. I check my channel pretty frequently. I will respond to you so long as it's positive. It has to do with my video, or else I just delete it. Sorry. Not sorry. Like, comment, questions. If you're still listening to me talk 25 minutes in, go on and hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with when I put out new videos and tarot forecasts and, you know, everything else that I have going on. If you have any friends that are interested in, you know, astrology, especially if you have any Scorpio friends or people with a lot of Scorpio placements, please send them this video. I am coming up on my 1 year mark, and I'm trying to hit 1K before I hit 1 year. I feel like y'all can help me. I would appreciate it if y'all did. You guys rock with me so far. Like, rock with me a little bit more. Tell other people to rock with me. And like, comment, subscribe. I think that's it. Share the video. I said that already. So thank you again so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Can y'all believe it's almost the end of the year? Like, that's crazy. I literally just said I'm coming up on my 1 year mark. That is so crazy. And I started my channel at the end of last year. So thank you guys for rocking with me for so long. For those of you that have been here this long and watch my videos every month, thank you, thank you, thank you. And for everyone else, thank you for watching. For real this time. I will see y'all next time.